Right, today's the 31st of August 2024, the day I received this new W1 Miele washing machine. It's a WED025. It came from not Waitrose, John Lewis. And I'll just start it. So it's quite a standard machine. It's one of their bottom machines. It's an 8 kilogram drum with a honeycomb drum. I didn't want, certainly didn't want twin DOS. I'd heard lots and lots of problems about them, so I didn't want a twin DOS machine. I've heard about flooding and things leaking and rusting the base of the machines. Plus, I didn't really want even the power wash. I think the power wash, there can be limitations in the program. I'd heard about very low water levels and the pump running dry and things like that. Nice and simple. I've got a simple car and I find that really good to use, and I didn't want complicated washing machine. So really nice simple programs. That's what made me really choose Miele in the end. You know, cottons, minimum iron, delicates, woolen shirts, all the sort of things I would use. Outerwear and proofing probably less so, but then maybe I might find that becomes useful. Express 20, which can actually be, if we go round, you can turn short off and it becomes 30 minutes with the 1200 spin, and you can go up to 40. Obviously you've got the short and water plus. Now on that point, these machines are one of the things I wanted Miele again, and I'd had a Miele from 1999, was because they're very customizable. You can, for example, reprogram these to do all sorts of things. So, for example, I've set this so that water plus not only gives me more water, it gives me an extra rinse. And I've also set the water plus feature to give me the max level of water, which you can do. I've set all rinses to be at the maximum level because my partner has sensitive skin and we like things properly rinsed, and I like washed in a decent amount of water. There are other things you can do. You can set a memory so it remembers what you set each time. So hopefully next time I come back to cottons, it will remember these settings, because I will probably use short and water plus quite a lot. You can also set things like suds if you want extra water in it, sort of suds cool down. If you want cold water to go in at the end of a hot wash, again that's more water, but it does sort of protect the clothes. You can do other things like turn the buzzer off or make it less frequent and loud. You can turn off the sensor tone. I personally like the sensor tone. You can make these a bit duller. Can see it's a sort of light grey, but you can make them brighter as you wish. There's all sorts of other things as well. I'm not going to go into every single one, but basically you can do all these things. The book explains what you need to do, about how it's done, how you get into those features. You set them once, it takes about 5-10 minutes, and then the machine is set up for you. So anyway, with that, I'll just go into the powder drawer, and it's just got a simple pump, and you've also got the door release in an emergency, which I quite like to have. So that's an 8 kilogram drum. So without further ado, I'll put it on. So the wash is now finished. So that took probably a little overtime because of a bit of balancing. To be fair, it is quite a bulky load. Just feeling the clothes, they feel actually really quite dry. The final spin was quite long. I know some people have said in reviews they didn't find the clothes were that dry. But I have to say the final spin did hold top speed for quite some time, about 4 minutes. So they seemed quite dry to me. The wash time was quite good. It washed them quite well. It washed them for getting on for 50 minutes, and that's on a short program, before then going into the rinsing. The rinsing, I'd like to have seen an interim spin after the second rinse, but it seems to be fine. As I said, I've got deeper water selected on this. The things I'm not so sure about, so there are a couple of things. One is the pump. The pump is actually quite noisy. The motor is beautifully quiet and very smooth, but the pump lets it down. The pump really sounds like someone with a heavy cold. You'd hear that if you put this on at night, which is a shame, because, and I don't really understand it, because dishwashers, maybe they have a different type of pump system, can be absolutely silent when they drain, but these seem to make a lot of noise, and you can actually hear it over the actual motor. So I think it's something that just needs to be addressed if you really want a truly quiet washing machine. On noise as well, on the final spin and an interim spin where it was a little bit unbalanced, there was a sort of rattling inside. I don't think it was anything major, but I think it's cables that are just shaking. Where the machine is vibrating, there will be some vibration in all washing machines, but I just thought, I've not heard that in other makes. So it's something, if there are cables that are, just sort of hanging there, they really need to be tied back. It can't be that expensive. So come on, Miele. I like the fact it's very customizable. You can customize the programs. So we'll wait and see. Let's see what happens. Overall, it is a nice machine. It's quite solid, and it feels, and it doesn't vibrate heavily on the outside. Like I say, I just want to find out what that noise was, and also double check there's nothing inside the drum. Anyway, I'll sort of do an update at some other point.